having his statement about Conor's manager coming to MVP and trying to set up a fight, but them not doing it because it isn't associated with the UFC.
Jake Paul has stirred the pot again, claiming he's ready to fight Conor McGregor. However, his bold declaration comes with surprising conditions that have left fans puzzled. Just when you thought the Jake Paul saga couldn't get more outrageous, this latest twist has everyone talking.
Doesn't want to push for unless the UFC is directly at the table negotiating, because quite frankly, that's what it's going to take for any of this to be.
Jake Paul is once again shaking up the combat sports world, and this time, he's targeting none other than Conor McGregor. Paul, who's managed to convince many he's a legitimate boxer, has now issued bold conditions for a potential fight. He's demanding that UFC or Dana White get involved, or nothing will happen. Seriously, Jake, setting your sights on McGregor, a man who's conquered both MMA and boxing, is audacious enough, but adding conditions makes it even more intriguing. Could this be the blockbuster fight fans have been waiting for, or is it just another ploy to grab attention ahead of his next announcement? Adding fuel to the fire, Paul claims McGregor's team is desperately trying to arrange a fight, but isn't going through traditional channels. Instead, they've allegedly brought in Bellator superstar Michael "Venom" Page as a mediator. The idea of McGregor's camp, with all its resources, working through a rival promotion isn't just surprising. It's absolutely shocking.
His statement about Conor's manager coming to MVP and trying to set up a fight, but them not doing it because it isn't associated.
Jake Paul has once again defied expectations, refusing to chase Conor McGregor's attention like everyone anticipated. Instead, Jake flipped the narrative with a bold demand. UFC and Dana White must be involved, or the fight won't happen. This wasn't just playing hardball. It was a calculated move to ensure he gets exactly what he wants, and more. Jake's surprising insistence on UFC's involvement has left fans and critics alike wondering what's behind this audacious demand. Why bring Dana White and the UFC into the mix? Let's face it, this is Jake Paul we're talking about, a disruptor whose entire career thrives on shaking up the status quo. He's not just making waves. He's creating his own storm.
Saying for the UFC to grant Conor McGregor the right to fight Logan Paul, and Dana hates the Pauls. You know how Dana holds grudge.
When Jake Paul demands UFC's involvement, he's not just showing off. He's strategically leveraging their global dominance. Like a chess master planning his next move, Jake knows UFC and Dana White bring more than credibility. They offer unmatched global reach, institutional power, and a fan base spanning continents. It aligns with Conor McGregor's vision of transcending combat sports, much like his critiques of WWE. Becoming a global sensation requires more than knocking out YouTubers. It demands conquering the biggest stages.
White clause attached to this contract for Conor McGregor and Jake Paul, or Conor McGregor, Logan Paul, none of this happened.
By throwing down this gauntlet, Jake Paul is making a masterstroke move. He's forcing the UFC, an organization that once dismissed him as a sideshow, to acknowledge him as a legitimate contender in the fight game. Jake isn't merely seeking recognition, he's demanding it. Now, the world's biggest sports promotion faces a dilemma: ignore him or take the fight to a global stage. This bold play has the potential to redefine how fights are negotiated, putting Jake at the center of a revolutionary shift in combat sports.
Logan Paul, Conor McGregor wins in that fight. I think Logan Paul.
I mean, we haven't seen Conor fight in a while.
I feel like Logan Paul, at his size, when he fought Floyd too, that was years ago. He's like been training. He's in insane shape.
Man, I wish Conor wasn't doing these.
As if the Paul McGregor rumors weren't wild enough, a new twist has emerged about the potential location. According to ESPN's Salvador Rodriguez, the mega fight between Logan Paul and Conor McGregor could take place in India during July, August, or September 2025. The event's driving force? The Ambani family, renowned for their immense wealth and global influence. With the Ambanis reportedly backing the showdown, this fight is shaping up to be far more than a sporting event. It's poised to become a worldwide spectacle.
I think $100 billion family looking to kind of replicate what's going on in Riyadh season in Saudi Arabia. How they're pushing into boxing. India with that kind of money, maybe trying to.
Choosing India as the venue for this potential mega fight between Jake Paul and Conor McGregor is no coincidence. It's a calculated move rooted in strategy. India is one of the fastest growing markets for combat sports, boasting a massive, untapped audience eager for global scale events. By bringing such a marquee fight to Indian soil, the promoters are sending a powerful message to the world. The future of global sports lies here. The financial stakes only amplified this statement. With the Ambani family, Asia's wealthiest, with a staggering net worth of $113.5 billion, reportedly backing the event, this isn't just about geography or spectacle. The Ambanis, known for their influence across industries, could effortlessly fund this fight without making a dent in their empire. Their involvement elevates this bout into an entirely new financial stratosphere, rewriting the playbook for combat sports economics. This fight wouldn't just be about trading punches, it would be about making history, creating a global phenomenon, and basking in the glow of dollar signs and rupees alike.
First, it just came out. Conor just put it on Twitter that he was in talks with the Ambani family to fight.
The timing for this potential mega fight is flawless. With no major global sporting events dominating mid-2025, all eyes would turn to India. This isn't just a fight. It's a calculated power move, a lavish, money-soaked spectacle that could redefine where and how the biggest bouts in history are staged. Now let's break down the fighters. On one side is Conor McGregor, the former two-division world champion, known for his swagger and devastating knockout power. McGregor's flashy fighting style matches his larger-than-life ego, with a knack for ending bouts in spectacular fashion. On the other side is Jake Paul, the YouTuber-turned-boxer who shocked the world by convincing fans he's a legitimate threat. Together, they promise an unforgettable showdown.
And he can crack.
Yeah.
And I always say that people look at him like a guy who is a YouTuber and they're denying his
not
skills.
anymore, bro.
Then there's Jake Paul, who has carved out a boxing career that's impossible to ignore. From social media sensation to legitimate pugilist, Jake has managed to turn heads and ruffle feathers along the way. As of November 2024, his professional record stands at 11 wins and just one loss, the lone defeat handed to him by Tommy Fury in February 2023. Not too shabby, right? Add to that his amateur victory over Deji in 2018, and his overall record improves to 12-1. Sure, critics might question the caliber of his opponents, but whether he's defeating seasoned fighters or stirring up controversy with his online antics, Jake remains one of the most talked about names in the fight world. And let's not forget Logan Paul. The older Paul brother transitioned from filming pranks to trading punches with pros. Logan's career highlights are unconventional, to say the least. He fought KSI twice, with their bouts ending in a draw and a split decision, leaving fans divided over the outcomes. Together, the Paul brothers are rewriting the playbook of modern combat sports.
Show us that this is a Jake Paul driven thing going on here, and that Conor McGregor makes sense because he's probably still one of, if not the biggest name in combat.
The million-dollar question is, why does this matter? Jake Paul isn't just calling out Conor McGregor. He's challenging the entire UFC establishment. By demanding UFC's involvement, Jake is taking aim at Dana White's monopoly on combat sports while positioning most valuable promotions as a legitimate competitor. This isn't just bold. It's a calculated play to disrupt the traditional power dynamics of fight promotions. If Jake succeeds, the ripple effects could be game-changing. It could open the door for more cross-promotional mega events, breaking barriers between independent fighters and corporate giants. Imagine a world where MVP and UFC co-promote, blending Jake's social media prowess with UFC's global dominance. Such a collaboration could redefine how fights are organized, creating a new blueprint for the sport and forever shifting the balance of power in the fight game.
Logan said you might be next. Would you be?
Slap the nose off. He's gonna beat him, and he's gonna beat Logan.
The potential fight between Jake Paul and Conor McGregor isn't just about egos. It's a strategic move for both. McGregor's public image has taken a hit in recent years with legal issues, sponsorship losses, and a string of underwhelming performances in the octagon. While a fight with Jake Paul might seem beneath him, it also represents an opportunity for McGregor to reassert his dominance. This isn't just about stepping into the ring. It's a chance to remind the world why he's still the notorious force in combat sports. For Jake Paul, this is a masterful play. While others are playing checkers, he's playing chess. His callouts aren't random, they're calculated. By targeting MMA legends, Jake is positioning himself as the ultimate disruptor, the guy who doesn't just box, but rewrites the rules of the sport. What makes this rivalry so compelling isn't just the fight itself, but the drama. It's legacy versus disruption, the old guard against the new wave, and ultimately, pure entertainment gold.
Easy as it sounds now, based on how I felt about this 4 years ago, that Jake Paul would give Conor McGregor real problems in a boxing ring and potentially knock him out.
This rivalry has the potential to change the entire landscape of combat sports. If Jake Paul versus Conor McGregor becomes a reality, it wouldn't just be another fight. It would serve as a blueprint for how the sport could evolve. It would prove that cross-discipline matchups can work, that social media stars can stand toe-to-toe with seasoned professionals, and that the fight game is evolving in ways we never imagined. Whether you love it or hate it, the impact of this rivalry is undeniable. It's more than just a rivalry, it's a revolution in the making. The big question remains, is Jake Paul bluffing, or is this fight actually closer than we think? With all the drama, speculation, and jaw-dropping twists Jake is known for, it's hard to say for sure. What do you think? Does Jake actually stand a chance against McGregor? Or is this just another stunt to grab headlines? Drop your predictions in the comments below. Stay tuned. We'll keep you updated on every twist in the Paul brothers' fight schedules and the possible game-changing role the Ambani family might play. Buckle up, because things are about to get even crazier in the fight world.